Hello folks, John Price here at E.C.D Auto Design down in Kissimmee, Florida. Today talking about those myths and misconceptions of restoring a classic vehicle, in particular the type of resto mods that we do here at E.C.D. Now of course it's an industry that has been growing I think over the last decade or so very strongly, and one thing that we've noticed, of course, as you always have, folks are skeptical about going with a project that will change some of the elements of an original vehicle. And sometimes they may ask, it's a traditional or a OEM style car, all original, more valuable than a resto mod. And I'll say that in our experience, what we've seen in the market as well as our client responses is that most of these actually have appreciated compared to a vehicle that has, again, maybe 50 or 60-year-old technology in them. Now, of course, all cars will go through a thorough build process and cohesive design where we incorporate elements that were not available back when the cars first came off the factory line. The beauty about it is that we can retain the main character of that vehicle while adding what's really important for clients today, whether it's safety, comfort, etc. So I will say you don't have to worry about your vehicle going down in value if you do a resto mod project, or if you look for a car that has been resto mod, quote unquote, like ECD. And the reality is that you will have a car in the end that you can enjoy driving daily without having to worry too much about reliability issues and things of that nature. Now, other folks might be concerned about the longevity of their car, thinking that by adding some non-original components to the car, they would not last as long. And truth is that with newer technology, of course, and enhanced components going into the car, whether suspension, braking, wiring, electronics, etc., around it, they're fit to last a lot longer than the original cars ever were. So that part, of course, you won't have to worry about. And a lot of people ask, would it be less expensive to bring the car back to its original form from the factory and restore it that way than doing a resto mod? And again, in our experience, we've seen that in many times the amount of work that it takes to go back and redo the car is very similar one way or another, but unfortunately going back to the original, if you really want to use this car daily, or enjoy it more frequently than not, and use it for what it's meant to do, some of the older parts are going to be fading and being not as reliable over time. So you wind up saving a little bit on the front end, but then in the back end, you're going to be spending more and more money having to either rebuild that engine or have to do some other repairs that, as an older vehicle, simply is meant to happen. So all in all, with more modern components and having the opportunity to enhance many of these elements in the car, like chassis and again, electronics inside the car, you would enjoy a vehicle for a much longer time and also not have to keep spending money all the time over and over to bring it up to date or up to speed. So I hope that those 3 points, of course, is something that could guide you or give you some ideas as to how your project could be and turn out. But you know where to find us, of course, here at ECD. We do all kinds of custom builds these days and love the opportunity to build yours as well. All right, bye for now.